Let's get started in the T-110E4, the Tier 10 American turreted tank destroyer. Now, what you need to know about the T-110E4, the rate of fire is decent. It's not great. The alpha damage is solid 850, so you can definitely be hitting some tanks with some hard-hitting numbers. You have 295 millimeters penetration, if I'm not mistaken, which is more than enough to go through most of the enemies you will meet, and well over 300 millimeters of penetration with your APCR rounds if you elect to fire them. Now, the weaknesses of this tank are that the turret doesn't rotate 360 degrees, it rotates 90 degrees in either direction, so you still can get circled. The side rear armor are very weak. The cupola on top of the turret, unlike on the E3, is actually a weak spot and is quite thin, so you can be easily penetrated there. Your turret ring also is a weak spot because it has turret, and the bottom plate is weak. So yeah, and if you have other tier 10 TD shooting at you, your cheeks can be penetrated, even though they're at a slight angle and they are like 250 millimeters thick. They can and probably will be penetrated. So this tank, despite having some armor, if equal tier opponents are shooting at you, they will have a good chance of going through you. The mantlet is solid on this. Not many people talk about the mantlet, but it is very thick. And yeah. Also, another good thing about this tank is it is decently mobile. I mean, if you look, we just started accelerating. We're already near up to 30. So this thing can relocate quite quickly. Let's see, anybody we recognize? Nope. Alright. You know what, I must not do the lemming train thing, because at least 70% of our team is already heading on that flank, and this poor IS-3 and T-57 Heavy are just gonna die. The best thing I could probably do right now is, I don't know really. I'm gonna have to play pretty passively on this flank depending on how hard they push. Because while the E4 is quite good, its armor isn't really up to par. But the gun is, so let's see if we can get going with the gun. Ooh, a very high roll on the E100, a 925 roll. I want to say a bingo roll for this is somewhere in the low thousands. Ah, shit, our IS-3 is about to get wrecked by this guy. I really hope the E100 doesn't pop me in the side. I want to get in this lower ground right here before I start shooting at this guy. Something just narrowly missed me with HE. Ooh, that was a bad shot. This IS-3, unfortunately, is very dead. So we're going to move back into our semi-hold-down position. Something is shooting HE at us. Put another one into that guy. We're trying to get right here so that the E100 hopefully can't fire on us and we can fire on these guys. This poor IS-3 is just getting wrecked, but on the bright side we are going to be able to take a big chunk out of the Centurion. Ooh, 616. He is getting hit. Something is firing HE at me. This guy, I want to back up. Six. Lol. And yeah, I do like the E4 too. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but I do like it. Lol, you bounce. And we bounce off the T-30. He tracks us. Not a bad deal right there. Our T-30 is coming to help out. There we go. We got the side of that E-75 even though he's unspotted. Let's just keep on moving back. Being here is not a great idea. My team is still lemming training to the other side, and this I-7 is about to walk straight into our base if we're not careful. One thing I hate about the E4, though, is the gun depression is rather lackluster. And in a situation like this, I could definitely use some gun depression. But the 295 pen can definitely make up for having to shit at some strong armor on a tank. We penetrated the E75 there because his front plate is angled left and right, and we were able to catch one of the angled plates when it was angled towards us. Put another one into the Caernarvon, back up for the I-7 shot. My team is still very oblivious to the fact that we have lost this flank, which is worrying. We can only stay here for so long because eventually those two guys will move up and possibly hurt me. Ah, shit. Yeah, those two guys really can't hurt me. I'm mainly worried about the IS-7. I need him to shoot me. Maybe we try to shoot me one more time. Okay, there we go. So now I can take some pot shots at these guys over here. And they're not spotted. Back up. That felt like a T-30 shot, without a doubt. Siripendus, right on the... That must have been APCR. That was right on the upper plate, and that's a very small penetration hole. This is where my lack of gun depression will hurt me, but this guy, on the other hand, is very confident in himself. There we go. Keep on moving around, bouncing off the top of the turret. Somebody's shooting HE at me. Thank God the IS-7 is gone now. I can focus on the guys in front of me. Mainly focus on the T-34. The Caernarvon's gun really isn't that problematic to me. Something is still firing HE at me. I think it's still at E75 in the back. That hit me for, I think, 100, 200. I wasn't really... Yeah, about 200. Our team is holding the other flank, but at the same time, they do have more tanks than us. This E75 is in quite a... I don't know, it's in quite a spot. I got a medium tank getting back there. We need to start making some advances on this flank. My problem is that there's a T-30 back there who has the potential to one-shot me. There's that E75 we hurt. Come on. I'm not worried about the Caernarvon. I want to take out the E75. Where'd he go? Something else is still... I feel the T-30's firing HE at me. That's quite a shock. Shit. I really need this E75 to spot. If he's not going to spot, then he's just in a dumb spot. So I can't help him. Yeah, I might as well take a blind shot. I'm stuck here for a little bit to keep backing up. Yeah, there's that turret rotation thing I was talking about. He's still there. I know the IS-3's right there. There's the E75. That T-30 is still firing HE, and that felt like it almost penetrated. Ooh, we got a fire. That T-30 is going to kill me because he is actually being smart by shooting HE. Ooh, rolling just below average on the IS-3. That would have been a kill shot if we would have penned. T-30 firing HE, killing our friend there. We're pretty screwed. I don't know how else to say that. So I got the T-30 behind me. Driver's dead. Not going to fix him because I'm pretty much going to be concrete in this spot until I die. All we can do now is wait. T30 is not going to move up because surprisingly, even though he's been firing HE this whole most of the game, I mean, it's actually been effective. 833 into the back of that guy. We're going to load some APCR because I know we're going to be the last one alive. I want to get one APCR shell out. Hopefully guaranteeing us some final damage. I really want to get that damage on the E3 though. And we got it on the E3. He might kill us now, maybe. Yep. Right on the cupola, as I said, that is a weak spot. But overall, we sure as hell did hold our flank in the E4, and that just shows don't go with the lemming train. Because despite shooting one premium round and going through all of our health, which in a tier 10 means a lot of repair cost, we just bagged ourselves 104,000 credits, mainly due to ops, but still. We got the high caliber, the mastery 2. We finished with 10,000 damage, and we still lost. Shit. Oh, that's the best way to start off your games, isn't it? That is undoubtedly my best game in the E4. 10,000 damage. But yet, I mean, man, the teams, man. The teams. Oh, God. Their E3 did absolutely great as well. 8,000 damage. You know, I don't know. It wasn't close at all, but in terms of how much damage the teams did, it was pretty consistent. I mean, once you get below our 6th and 7th place, I mean, it sort of drops off, and their team, it kind of doesn't, so I can see where their extra damage came from, but yeah, first game in the E4. 10,000 damage, high caliber metal. We earned 84,000 silver there without ops, so pretty good, pretty good. That was a damn good game, I'll tell you that. And because the E4 got a rate of fire buff, 1 or 2